Hello, my name is Dale Wilhite. I'm right now in Waikiki, Hawaii. This will be my last night here. Tomorrow at 3 o'clock, I've got to catch a flight out to Phoenix, Arizona, and on to Florida. And by Sunday, sometime Sunday, I should be in near Panama City, Florida. And then, of course, next week on Thursday morning, I'm scheduled to head for Jackson Hole, Wyoming, which I will drive that one. Just like I drove from Telluride, Colorado last month. And went to Florida, then came here. I'm definitely looking forward to going to Wyoming. Anyhow, I'm not proclaiming to be any expert or anything, but I've been making tapes about Hawaii and so forth, and I'm just trying to pass on some information to you. Since I'm here, this is my fifth trip to Hawaii. I lived for 4.5 years here before, but that was mostly on the Big Island of Kailua Kona, and I loved it over there. Unfortunately, this trip here, I was going to live here, applied for a few jobs over here, but I just don't have the zeal that I once had. This used to be a big adventure for me. I used to just love it, but that was kind of in my younger years, I guess. And but it's still a great place to come, and I've still enjoyed myself quite a bit. And all I'm going to do here is just in a few minutes, just pass on some basic information to give you, some heads up about Waikiki, and especially if you plan to take a trip here. First of all, don't take U.S. Air. That's my best advice. Always remember that if you go on inter-island flights here and you buy your ticket at the terminal, these inter-island usually it'd be Hawaiian, they'll charge you a $35 over-the-counter fee. So be aware of that. In Waikiki, there's a lot of hotels down here, nice ones, where you can get a room for less than $100. I'm in a really nice one right now. Crime here is basic. Yesterday I saw them take down security guards near the Hawaiian, or I think it's Royal Hawaiian, take down a couple of, or just one shoplifter. There was a couple of security guards. I had to actually tackle him as he tried to run. And I don't know if he was homeless or not. At first, I thought maybe he was just trying to get arrested so he can get a place to eat and sleep and so forth. But I don't think so, because he wouldn't have run like that. They already had him. They're walking him out, and then he tried to take off. But he still could have been a homeless man. It's very, very possible. And I know I just felt sad for sad for this guy, because it wasn't a basic, like shoplifting. This guy this looked like he needed something, but it still, of course, can't condone what the man did. And then today, twice, I ran into two ladies that need some psychological help. Ran into one today that was screaming and yelling at people that weren't there. And then on my way back today, back to the hotel, I ran into a lady at a paper box just out the door here, down the street, who was dancing in front of a paper box and humming, and turned around, looked her right in the eye, and without a doubt, she's mentally gone. There is homelessness here. Be advised of that. They're in the parks. They're quite a few places. They're not really a nuisance out here or anything, but they're here. They're all over the place, and a lot of them will stay in the parks. But you're pretty much safe from them. Sadly, I don't know how many of them are there because they want to be. I just believe that if you really want help, you can get it. I've been down on my luck before. Used to ring the bell for the Salvation Army just to make ends meet. But I fought and I fought and I fought to get myself out of that mess, and I did. And of course, I could always end up back there again, but I'll fight back to get out of it. That's just the way it is in life, I guess. Anyhow, they do have a small crime problem here. It's not anything major. From right up here on the 12th floor, I've been watching the cops running all over the city. You can see pretty high a lot of things from up here. And you can see them running all over the place this evening. And you hear the sirens a lot. You hear people screaming, yelling. Again, you have some crime, but it's nothing major. I think they had a murder maybe a few weeks ago where a couple of young kids murdered a cab driver. I think that's about it. And I think the other murders are predominantly domestic violence. They let's see. There are, your basic fast food joints down here, restaurants down here. Some of them are expensive, but really, for Hawaii, the food here isn't really that expensive. Not like you would think it would be. Of course, gasoline's a little bit higher here than it is on the mainland. Let's see, what else can I tell you? They have a great zoo here. That's where I went yesterday for about 3 hours. You think you're in Africa when you go over there. It's just not too far from here. It's the Honolulu Zoo. It costs $12 to get in. And it's great for kids to go into, but you might want to go in the morning time or late in the evening when it starts to cool down some. They even have opened the zoo up late at night where you can go at nighttime. and it's really cool. But it's a thrill. They had everything there, elephants, and of course my favorite is the meerkat. My favorite TV show is the Meerkat Manor that appears from time to time on Animal Planet. And if you have any kids and they bring that back on Animal Planet, let your kids watch it. It is astronomically a really, really cool show. And they do have meerkats. First time I've ever seen them, up live. They have about 6, 7 of them in the zoo there. Of course, in the zoo they have parks, they have places to eat. Couples go out there and kind of make out, let's say, out there. And it's a really romantic place, I guess, for couples. Well, it definitely is. And it's a great place to go. If you got kids, you just got nothing to do, go down to the zoo. It's great. The beaches, of course, here are great. Bring a lot of shirts because you're going to need them. Bring a lot of shirts. That's all I can tell you. Of course, I can hear something going on behind me right now. Somebody screaming out there. Let's see. It rained a little bit today. What else can I add on? Trying to think what else. Oh yeah, if you take the buses anywhere, they are standing room only a lot of times, especially as you start heading up towards the Ala Moana Mall. If I can pronounce it. They have a spectacular mall out here, and it's gigantic. If you're ever in the Waikiki area and you're trying to head for the airport up that way, you want to catch bus 20. That's the main bus to catch, and of course it'll take you. There are several buses that take you to the mall, Ala Moana Mall, and that's a great place to go. It's a lot of places, a lot of things to buy there. Of course, it's going to be a little bit more expensive. Let's see, what else can I tell you? They have a lot of things to sell here, and farmers markets are all over the place. So before you buy like a shirt or something at a mall or at an ABC store, which is kind of like a 7-Eleven, go to the farmers market and see if you can get a better deal, especially on Hawaiian shirts and clothes and things like that. Keep that in mind. They do have a lot of security here. A lot of this, like this hotel I'm at, even though I'm paying less than $100 a night, they have really good security here. And like in my card, you can't even go to the elevator without swiping your card. You can't go to the laundry, you've got to swipe your card. They're really, really strong when it comes to security here. And a lot of the security guards here are not my size. These are big guys. And of course some women too. And they will take you down in a heartbeat. They do have shows out here, a lot of Hawaiian shows, a lot of singing, kind of like in San Antonio where, a lot of Mexicans will come out and have a big party outside and kind of like a parade or something, which I remember that when I was in the Air Force at Lackland Air Force Base. That was great. And they have the same thing here. So if you walk around, you're more likely sooner or later going to walk up on a concert somewhere. They're everywhere. But they're primarily in the late evening because it's cooler then. If you do it in the middle of the daytime, you're just going to be sweating bullets. So keep that in mind. But, and when you do come to Honolulu, to the airport, don't take a cab. Take a shuttle. They have shuttles for as low as $6.95. Go to the baggage claim, look up on the walls, and you'll see them advertised there. They'll say 2 minimum, but there's usually going to be already other people that have called for that same shuttle. So keep that in mind. And they'll take you to any hotel in Waikiki. Let's see, bring you some water, have your water bottle. Bring your own water, get your own tap water if you can. Don't buy it. And just be advised of that. And come down here and enjoy yourself. Just come with some friends or whatever and just know where you're going. Be advised, there are some bad people here like they have in any city. But this is still a great place to come to. I wish I could have stayed and lived here again, but for me, the adventure is just pretty much gone. I went to Kauai, over to the Big Island. I've been on Maui before, and Kauai was great. But again, it just isn't the adventure it was once for me. But if you've never been here, it will be an adventure for you that you will really, really enjoy. Bring a hat. You're going to need a hat, or you'll get sunburned like me right up top of the head here. Anyway, I'm out of time here. I just wanted to pass on some basic information, nothing really elaborate. And this would be my 185th video. Hope to make about 750. And I'm just passing on some basic information, nothing, as I said, elaborate about it. Just trying to help you out a little bit because I like to help people. And nothing more than that. Thank you for your time. And if you come here, I hope you have a good time. Just don't fly U.S. Air.